91% win rate in the T54 Renegade. Today we take a look at this tank that's on sale right now. Before today, I have only ever played this tank once, so this is somewhat new to me too. Now I played 11 games so far and won 10 of them. That's a staggering 91% win rate. The reason why I played so many games in this tank was because I wasn't satisfied with with my evaluation of this tank. 91% seems like a huge success, but I'll be honest, I played very average, and there was even one game where I AFK'd by accident because I was distracted with a cat video on YouTube, but we still ended up winning. Anyway, I figured out what was missing, and as soon as I rectified my mistake, I began to see how good this tank is and why so many people have been having such great games in it over the years. You see, for the first 8 games I was running a hardening equipment instead of a turbo that you see me running right now. Now if you don't know my channel, well, if you do know my channel, you'll know that my channel motto is stealth, vision and mobility. It's not stealth, vision and armor, right? So that is why after 8 games I decided to stick the turbo in to replace the hardening equipment, and then I realized what I've been missing all this time in this tank. The damage gone up considerably, and with the speed that I have in the turbo, although it is not like blinding speed or incredible change of speed, no, it is just a little bit quicker, just quick enough for me to slip into this position. Now if I was not with the turbos, I don't think I would have made it into this position quite as easily. In fact, I got here without taking any damage, although I should have taken at least one shot of damage, but maybe they were shooting at me on the move and they didn't have the full dispersion, so they missed their shot and I managed to escape and got here without taking any damage. All the damage that I'm taking right now is because of my own foolishness, overpoking to try and get that lowy there, which exposed me to the Indian and the whatever tanks that are on the ledge right here now. So I'm just cross the water without taking any damage. If I did take, if I did get shot, I would have taken maybe 1 shot or 2 shots of damage. It would have still been worth it to gamble and make it across here, because I'm in a complete hull down position here and really really poised to farm the enemies. Now of course the Renegade will go through some of the stats here that make this tank a little bit special. 360 alpha damage. The penetration on the standard shells, which is AP shells, is 226, which is plenty of penetration for a tier 8 tank in tier 8 matchmaking. But if you are in tier 10 games, tier 9 games, the APCR shell gives you 255 penetration with 360 alpha, and that is absolutely phenomenal for this tank. Now like I said, I switched to the turbo, and before this I was running the hardening, the vert stabs and the rammer. The hardening of course is a really good equipment that a lot of tier 10 tanks use, but in this occasion, in a tier 8 premium tank like the Renegade, it kind of slows it down a little bit because it adds weight to the tank and it makes it a little bit slower, a little bit more cumbersome. Yes, you get extra hit points with the hardening equipment, but man, after switching to the turbo, it is like night and day. I can feel this tank completely lit up. It became a completely different tank. well, it didn't well, it's not that I'm over exaggerating there. It didn't become a completely different tank, but it became a more mobile, more versatile, agile tank, and that helps make this tank reach a different level. It became more competitive. I began to get higher average damage, and I thought that I was not able to achieve this. Now, like I said, I only played this tank once before today. When it first came out, I got the rental tank for this, and I played it once, and then that was 2-3 years ago. And over the years playing against this tank, I knew this tank was very popular and a very good tank. It was difficult to kill, it was difficult to fight against, so I know it was a very good tank. So today when I played this tank and I only got like mediocre results, even though 91% win rate, it was still just so for me, because I wasn't getting the damage output that I should be getting for such a powerful tank like this. Now this is a 1v1 against this UDES. I should have won this if that Lynx did not get involved. I had this guy tracked, he was on the ropes. I'm expecting the Lynx to come, but I was not reloaded in time to shoot at him, so that was the end of my game there. But in just over 6 minutes, 3,212 damage, and we basically overran the enemies just because me and that Type 59 took up this really strong position down south and basically kept the enemies busy. We were chipping away at their hit points, and this made it easy for the rest of our team to push on in the middle of the map and the north of the map. Well, that's what I would like to think anyway. You can make your own judgments on that, but I feel like me and that Type 59, between the two of us, taking up that strong position and forcing the enemies to look left, look right, don't know what to do, that had a huge bearing on how our team just overran the enemies so easily. So that's my news for you today. The Renegade, if you decide to get it, it is a really strong tank, really good tank, but don't run hardening. Use the turbo instead, because that makes this tank really improves the mobility and agility a lot, gets you into that early positions and farm the damage a lot easier. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're picking up this tank, good luck to you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.